Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my reaction to the Adepticon 2023 reveals. Was I right? Was I wrong? Wow, what a thing to wake up to. What a morning. What glorious things Games Workshop has shown. It has been a pretty cool 20 or so minutes since I woke up and flicked through Warhammer Community. And we're going to now jump in and have a look at the reveals in the same order that I've done in my predictions video, which is going to be up there somewhere. There'll be a card. If not, last video that I uploaded. Have I been right or have I been wrong? I have been wrong on some things. I will hold up my hands now, but I have also been right on a lot of other things. So let's jump in. First up, Warhammer Underworlds. So Warhammer Underworlds is here, and we got a pretty cool thing actually. I wasn't expecting this. This is the new Wide Hollow, which is obviously Stormcast Eternals versus Tzeentch. I was hoping for some new Tzeentch Chaos type stuff, and I did say that I was hoping for a new Chaos Warband. I wasn't expecting to see these new Stormcast Eternals, which are in the new Thunderstrike armor, which also adds weight to the rumors that we're going to be getting a new Stormcast Eternal Battle Tome very, very soon, and there'll be a little bit more about that when I talk about Age of Sigmar in general. But these are really, really nice. I'm really liking the demons. The Tzeentch stuff is pretty cool, and obviously it's got new boards, new cards, and new artwork, and everything else. So yeah, these are pretty nice stuff. I do like the new Stormcast. I quite like this guy. He's kind of cool, sort of like the helmet and stuff. It's pretty awesome. So that's Warhammer Underworlds. Next up, Age of Sigmar. So Age of Sigmar, first up, as I predicted, we would see the full reveal for the Seraphon and maybe a few things that we hadn't already had previewed, and that's exactly what they've done. The new Saurus Cavalry and some Saurus heroes. I'm not going to play the videos and stuff like that, but we'll just flick through the article. So the new Saurus Cavalry also looks pretty cool. They look really nice actually. They're very much in theme with what you expect Sauruses to be. I'm very, very tempted. But yeah, dinosaurs riding dinosaurs, why would you not like that? And obviously, there's a nice new picture of them. They are looking pretty impressive, as well as the new Saurus hero on a Cold One, which is cool. I do hope that when they redo the Dark Elves, that they get the same treatment for the Cold One Knights. And plastic Croxagors, woohoo! These look so damn cool, and I really hope they actually have some form of impact on the battlefield. Because they're really nice. Yeah, I really like the Croxagors with 2 variants, I may add. 2 variants. It's always nice to have options. Thank you, Games Workshop. So yeah, and obviously there's an army launch box. I wasn't expecting an army launch box because I was expecting these to come out sooner, but it makes sense with the timeline because they aren't due out until sometime in the summer, which I do believe they do give us a new improved roadmap later on for the Seraphon. So, but that's not all for Age of Sigmar. There is more. Lots more. That's right, there's more. And that is the Ossiarch Bone Reapers and the Soulblight Gravelords. Now, I was correct in predicting the Ossiarch Bone Reapers to be next for Age of Sigmar, but I was completely wrong about Soulblight Gravelords. I did not realise that these were coming until 3 days ago when I was told that these are coming at the end of the month. The release dates for retailers are apparently able to order these on the 30th of March, which is this month and next week. So I wasn't expecting Soulblights to be turned up. I was maybe expecting them to be later on in the edition because they were the last book in 2nd edition. So it's obviously means that Flesh Eater Courts are getting a major overhaul, which is kind of good. But there's some really cool stuff here. So we've got some new heroes. Here's the dude that I was talking about in my video about with the sort of spindly arms. He's also going to be on the front cover of the book, the new hero. He's kind of cool. Also, yeah, Bone Reapers are kind of a cool faction, and you can sort of see him there doing some bony stuff. And they also got Bone Reapers with Catacross on the front cover. Nice front cover. And I believe that's potentially not the Vanguard box, because that would be insane to get Kratos in the Vanguard box, but they are a nice looking army. No archer unit, which is a shame. I was really hoping that they would get them, but oh well. It was wishful thinking that they would get more than one hero. Now, the Outcast. I never seen this and expected this to come, to be fair. But obviously Soulblight Gravelords are coming, which is kind of good, because vampires riding on dragons and vampire knights are always a cool thing to do. And they are getting a new book, which we can see here. And yeah, and there is I did see somewhere about a new roadmap. I will find that and edit that in, or record it as I'm finishing this. But yeah, there is a new roadmap for Age of Sigmar, but I'm not fully finished with Age of Sigmar because there's a little bit more coming. And that's right, there is more. And this is the last of the Age of Sigmar. The Cities of Sigmar, or the Dawnbringer Crusade, which is what Games Workshop have been previewing. Now again, I wasn't expecting them to show any of this. I thought they would hold this off until Warhammer Fest next month, but they have, and they've given us a little bit of a tease with some of the new models, and they are looking pretty spiffing. I will not lie, these guys and ladies look pretty cool. They have that Age of Sigmar high fantasy look, which we really love about Age of Sigmar, and they've kind of cool. I quite like that. It's kind of a little bit Empire and a little bit Bretonnian kind of mixed in, and yeah, these are pretty solid, and I quite like these. Obviously, this is all the cities that are going to make the Cities of Sigmar, and we have what we now see as the new roadmap for 2023, which is very important because it's been updated. So in spring, we know that Blades of Khorne and Hedonites of Slaanesh are coming, which they are already on pre-order. Yes, they are on pre-order, or they are going on pre-order this weekend. Then in the summer, we have the Seraphon and the General's Handbook. We knew there's going to be another General's Handbook because this is now a 6-monthly thing, but the Seraphon coming in the summer, which is good. There is another book next of that, and then in the autumn there is another book alongside Cities of Sigmar. Now, what are those two books? So what are left for Age of Sigmar? Well, there are a lot of rumours to say that there is a new Stormcast Eternal book and a new range of Stormcast Eternals coming to Age of Sigmar, and one of them will probably be it. I'm probably going to lean on to it being August, not the summer, because Seraphon is going to take the spotlight for that, but then so will Cities of Sigmar. But there is, if we see the new sort of weekly magazine that you can buy for Age of Sigmar, there is a couple of new Stormcast Eternals in that set that right now aren't a part of the existing army. There's a couple of weapon loadouts and things like that that are completely different. So there's definitely a lot of evidence to suggest that there is a new book coming, and I would imagine that it's probably going to be one of these two. Hopefully, the other book for this that needs to be coming is going to be the Flesh Eater Courts, because essentially the Flesh Eater Courts are the only book after all of these that haven't been updated. So hopefully there'll be a Flesh Eater Courts, but if you're an Age of Sigmar fan, there's a lot to come. I am very, very excited for the Soulblight Gravelords book. I've been looking at maybe a second army, and I have my faction dice. And I was thinking Blades, but I already have a Slaves to Darkness army, so maybe something a little bit different. And I'm definitely interested with the Soulblight Gravelords. But yeah, that is Age of Sigmar. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into Kill Team. Kill Team is here, and as predicted, it is Beastmen versus Votann. And yeah, this is probably one of the worst kept secrets by Games Workshop, to be quite honest. We knew the Beastmen were coming, and they've hinted and dropped enough rumour pictures of new Leagues of Votann models that was kind of weird after the Leagues of Votann had already been released. So we are getting a new box. So Leagues of Votann, the new warriors, they look pretty cool. So far they look pretty standard. and they look pretty cool. Apart from the guy with the knuckle dusters, that's kind of awesome. And then we get this, guys. Look at that. That is pretty cool. I like that, and I'm really hoping that when 10th edition comes and the Leagues of Votann get their new book, that these weapon options find their way into the Warriors data slate, and that becomes a mainstay weapon of the squad, because that is pretty damn cool. And we get obviously some of the other stuff, but yeah, I really also like the jump infantry guy. Is this a nice nod of a jump infantry model coming for the Leagues of Votann? I really hope so, because that is fucking baller. But yeah, that's coming. And then we get some 40k Beastmen, which is really nice. It would have been nice if they'd have done new Beastman sculpts for Age of Sigmar, but sure, we're one step closer of actually having a Trader Guard army, or a Trader army that's not Space Marines. So yeah, it's always a nice nod, and hopefully this will get a wider release for 40k as a whole. But they are pretty cool. I feel really sorry for Beasts of Chaos players for Age of Sigmar, that there are new goats out in the wild, and they're just not for them. But yeah, very, very cool. And obviously it's coming in. So yeah, so that is Kill Team. So as to be expected, to be fair. Yeah. But next up, we're going to look at what was it I do next? The Horus Heresy. The Horus Heresy, and I didn't expect this to be a big fanfare, because it's Adepticon. I think if anything is going to be big, anything largely revealed for Adepticon, for Horus Heresy, it's going to be for Warhammer Fest next month. But a new campaign book is coming, which is cool. We get a nice new black, expensive Siege of Korthia campaign book, which everyone is read or sort of looked at the launch box. That's kind of what this is going to be based around. There is actually a novel which will be about this. It's about the Imperial Fist besieging the homeworld of the Sons of Horus. And there's no sort of any hints at anything new models wise, but it'll be just a sort of new missions, campaign systems and the like. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Horus Heresy. There is nothing really there other than that. So yeah, we'll jump straight into that. I believe we'll be jumping straight into 40k next. So Warhammer 40k, and wow, a lot to sort of go through here for Warhammer 40k. Okay, so the final book of Arcs of Omen is called The Lion, and with a book about Lionel Johnson, you would expect a Lionel Johnson miniature, and that is exactly what they've shown, and it's exactly what I said we would see Lionel Johnson. And oh my god, he is amazing. Look at this boy. He is so damn cool. So he comes with a number of options: sword, shield, the dead guy on the base, his little watchers, and Lionel Johnson is back. And that is a big thing. This is the second Loyalist Primarch for Warhammer 40k, and it's kind of come at the back end of an edition, kind of like the others have, which has got big implications. And obviously we get to see a little bit of the new edition as well, which was a little bit sort of wow, okay. CGI trailer definitely coming. But yeah, cool. Lionel Johnson, this model is insanely good. Like, he is very good. I showed this to my girlfriend this morning, and she instantly went, he looks like Tyrion Lannister or Tywin Lannister, and I chuckled. He does have a Tywin Lannister look. He's got a little bit older in the 10,000 years since he went to sleep, but it is a stunning model, and it captures the Legion perfectly. Look at that. Look at the detail and the head options. I really love the head options. I will be getting Lionel Johnson, 100% will be getting him, but the head options are fantastic, and I'm not sure which head I like the most. I'm sort of torn between the winged helm and the bare head with the hood. Yeah, I want to know how he actually puts his hood up while wearing his helmet. Like, do the wings fold back into the back of, like, how does that work? But either way, that is an impressive model. And his scale wise, he looks pretty cool. He's nice. He is nice. And obviously the Arcs of Omen book as well. But that is not all for Warhammer 40k peeps. There is a lot more coming, and we're going to jump into that now. Warhammer 40k 10th edition was announced. As predicted, we would see it. I didn't think we do see models, and they are going to show some models. But they do sort of reveal the CGI trailer, which it's on there in the Warhammer TV website, YouTube channel if you want to go and see it. We have a little look at the new the trailer as well. We've got the Terminators, the new HQ for the Tyranids, and Gilliman looking at the map, and they actually name the box straight off, High Fleet Leviathan. The new box will be called Leviathan, and they kind of go through it and the new edition. And we get a sort of teaser at the new Terminators, and they do show some of the new Terminators as well. We're going to have a look at them in a second. But yeah, new Terminators and the new models, and there they are here. The new Terminators, they are glorious. They are glorious. Now, apparently they are not necessarily Primaris, they're just rescaled Terminators, which are amazing. So cool. Really, really cool. The trailer as well, with the Terminator just cutting that Tyranid in half with the Gatling gun, with the assault cannon, is just so damn good. Obviously, the Tyranids are getting the Termagants, and this is only just some of what's coming. Now, the interesting thing is they talk about the game and what is changing for 10th edition, which is really kind of nice, to kind of give us a little heads up. Just as a quick one, all codexes as of 10th edition are going to be discontinued, and there will be a whole host of new codexes coming to fit with the new edition. As a World Digger player, that's a little bit sad that my codex is only going to last 6 months, but it's understandable. There are significant changes with this edition. They apparently are going to make it a lot more simpler and a lot more easier. We don't like stratagems. It kind of sounds like they're bringing in the reaction type system from the Horus Heresy into 40k, which is kind of cool, but in the form of stratagems. I like the fact that it's going to be more of a universal based stratagem system rather than like every faction have 30 or 40 of the damn things. So the cutback of stratagems is a welcome change. The new profile that they have, they do show a new profile. The new data slate is interesting to say the least. Now, one of the things that jumps out at me straight away is a model no longer has a strength characteristic. So there is no strength characteristic anymore, and it's basically, or a ballistic skill either. That is now built into the weapons itself, same as weapon skill, which is kind of cool. I did hear a rumor that they were sort of amalgamating strength and toughness in together, and then you would just have a straight, roll to what you needed. And I wasn't too sure how that would work because there's like various things of different armors and all of this kind of stuff. But the new profile looks good. We still have the keywords, which is good. It's very reminiscent of Age of Sigmar, which I welcome because Age of Sigmar is a really good system. But as we can see from the top, it's got your stat line is now movement, toughness, your save, your wounds, your leadership. I have no idea what that thing is at the end. I believe it says, is it QC or OC? I have no idea what that means. So hopefully that will be explained later on, because that's the new thing that they've added. But the weapons seem to be standard, as we should expect. Range, number of attacks, ballistic skill now on the weapon profile, lovely change. Strength, armor penetration, and damage. Same with the melee weapons, weapon skill now in the weapon profile, the strength, the AP. So it's kind of a lot more smoother. I quite like that. And obviously there's a host of new things coming. Boarding actions is staying. Woohoo! So all you people who bought your £130 boarding action boxes, fair play to you. I also want one. I would love to play boarding actions. My girlfriend wants to get into 40k. She wants to start out painting and building, so the idea that boarding actions is going to be staying, and we're going to be able, if she does choose to play, get into it playing it in a boarding action sort of level is kind of cool. So I'm glad that boarding actions is going to be staying for 10th edition. And the new combat patrol, a sort of way of playing where you build your army from a combat patrol and you play games, very good for new players. So yeah, that's the new addition. And obviously we get a better look at the Terminators. They do look awesome. They do look awesome. They do. Oh, they really do look nice. And their size comparison is pretty cool. Just slightly bigger than a Primaris Space Marine, which is nice. And the Hive Fleet Leviathans Terminals, which is pretty cool. So, but yeah, that is it. So, final thoughts. So that's the video, peeps. I'm going to be doing another video very shortly, very soon, about what to expect for 10th edition. My predictions and potential rumor mongering coming for 10th edition. And there's some really cool stuff that I have heard on the grapevine that is coming. And I have been right in some of my predictions for Adepticon 2023, and I was also wrong. Thoughts and conclusions of what they've shown us is I'm pretty impressed. The Age of Sigmar stuff looks really, really cool. Seraphon look amazing. The curveball of the Soulblight Gravelords is a welcome one, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what that book has and how they've changed an already well-balanced book, just lacking in power for the current system. So it'll be interesting to see what power increases they give us. And I'm definitely be tempted to start a dragon riding undead vampire army. Horus Heresy, completely expected Horus Heresy to be the lackluster event that it is. Sorry, Horus Heresy players. I can imagine that you'll get a little bit of love, a lot of love at Warhammer Fest. There are those rumours floating around of a new Primarch model being revealed. I never expected them to show a new Primarch today, simply because Lionel Johnson is being shown, so it's very cool. Underworlds, some lovely new models, if that's your thing. Underworlds is not my thing, so Kill Team, I'm hoping this is a pointer to what is to come, especially for the Leagues of Votann, because I think the Leagues of Votann need a little bit of love, and I have heard a few things about Leagues of Votann for 10th edition. And obviously Warhammer 40k. Wow, what a day for 40k players. Lionel Johnson is back. New edition, new cinematic. It's just, it's a good day. It's a good day. And I am going to continue drinking my coffee, the nectar of the gods, and I'm going to continue drooling over Lionel Johnson and planning my Azrael video series that I will be doing very shortly. So yes, it is a good day to be a Warhammer nerd, and I hope everybody has enjoyed Adepticon 2023, and we will look forward to Warhammer Fest next year. I will do a Warhammer Fest predictions video, and I will also do a Warhammer Fest reactions video after it happens. So yeah, it's going to be cool. So if you enjoy the content I make, as always, please subscribe to the channel. The channel is growing extremely fast, and I am very, very happy with that. And like this video, drop a comment if you want. The algorithm gods love it when you do. And obviously ring that bell so you don't miss out on any future content. But from me, Pointy, thank you for spending some time to watch this video and watch me nerd out. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.